Yeah.
That is the answer right there. This is done. Case is closed. MrBeast is guilty. Boys, I did not expect last week to be a skip week, but it ended up being a skip week. I got sick as hell, and I didn't want to move for 3.5 days, and then it was back to the grind and life and everything else. How have you been, bud? Because it's been...
Okay, I was about to say, I'm going to let you do the intro, like, oh, what is up, guys? It's episode whatever the fuck. I don't even keep track, but I'm going to say it anyways. Because we're fighting. I'm arguing with you. We got to bring up that post so we can read it. I want to throw down, and that's how we're starting. And we've also got some other posts. Well, yeah, like I said on the last episode, if you're not like getting people engaged immediately, you might as well just throw it away.
Agree.
If you're too sad, it's bad. So that's why we got to do this. All right. That's too small on my screen. I'm going to read it on... Wait, there we go. All right. So, yeah, I saw this post. I sent it to Zach. I thought there was going to be agreement here, but he's got some takes. But I'll read it first because that's how podcasts work. All right. My husband is a silent type that doesn't keep friends. He never stayed past 7 p.m., doesn't visit anyone, no one visits him. We're married for 4 years, and we never had a reason to argue or quarrel. Most times, I bring up a baseless argument so we could raise our voice, yet he still finds a way to avoid it. I know issues make marriages stronger, and I've never had any reason to at least act upset and have him beg and pet me, but it's seriously eating me up. This man is too peaceful, too quiet for my liking, and I, on the other hand, am stubborn. Please, how do I spice up my marriage? How do I get this man to at least raise his voice at me a little? I want him to at least get angry once. This sounds funny, but it's really bothering me. I am bored in this marriage. Zach, what was your take of that?
Okay, I'll go into my take. What did you take this as? Because that, to me, was the weird thing, and then I'll explain my entire take.
Oh, well, mine is more reactionary, but I'll still give mine, because I'm just like, why does she have a problem with a dude that is just normal and minding his own business and just wants to exist?
So to me, it seems like she is a needy, self-centered, absolute bitch. Let's just start off with that. We know that is the answer. She is an asshole, but I think everybody's sort of the asshole in this situation.
That's what got me, where he's just like, oh, both, like, your response was both of these people are losers, and I went, come again? Because, like, how is this man in the wrong for anything?
Okay, so she's in the wrong because she wants problems.
Well, yeah, she's trying to create problems. She just won't let her man be and is, like, trying to spice things up. It's like, yo, just take happiness and no conflict in your life.
She's got a peaceful life in front of her, and that's always kind of what you work towards in a relationship. But the thing is you don't want to never be heard in a relationship. You don't want to be talking to a fucking wall because they don't say anything, they don't feel anything, they don't care, whether you're the man or the female in the relationship. You do not want to be a fucking wall that everybody just says things at. Not to. You don't want to be just not included in anything. This, to me, screams, I was abused as a child for both of them, but definitely him. And this is why. So when you go into a relationship, but especially you, I know you behind the scenes feel like you can say whatever you want to say in this. When you go into a problem, do you feel like you can accurately give parts of yourself and say exactly what's on your mind? Do you?
I try.
This guy doesn't. This guy's a fucking pussy who absolutely
has no conflict to begin with.
Anything. That is bullshit. Think about it this way. If you're in a relationship and there's little things like, oh, I want to go to Taco Bell. Mm-hmm. And she says, we always go to fucking Taco Bell. I want anything but Taco Bell. And you're like, okay, are your feelings hurt? No, but you might have preference that is not heard. Right?
I don't see how that's like folding as a man. Also, what she says is we never had a reason to quarrel or argue. So, I mean, when it comes down to like, if you're searching for a fight in what we're having for dinner, that's not the man being too passive and rolling over. She's making baseless arguments.
She absolutely is. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you that she's a piece of shit. I agree on all of those premises.
Well, I'm disagreeing on you on this man.
He is a silent man on purpose, so that way he has less problems in his relationship.
We don't know
So
that, and that is not
no,
my take from this.
that is the logical answer
I
for
think you're
what we
projecting.
should know. No, absolutely not. I was that person when I was 15, 16, all the way up until 24. So I understand this. That's why I'm saying it is like when you go into these situations and you go into a problem where you're like, okay, we've never had any problems. Okay, so that means he's a problem solver. Logically, he solves the problem for whatever the fuck she's saying. So that way there is no problem. So he's afraid of problems. That is the answer.
Everyone should be afraid of problems where it's like, I do things to avoid problems. That is the
No,
actions you take to get to the point of no problems.
no,
No,
that's
what do
not.
you mean, no?
You don't avoid problems by avoiding them. You avoid problems by actually fixing the problem that would be caused by what you're doing and dealing with.
It seems
If
like
you
there aren't
avoid
problems.
conflict, if you avoid conflict completely, like they're doing right here, you are going to cause problems completely for the rest of your life because they will look at you and be like, I don't even know who you are whenever you have balls enough to say that there's a problem.
That's her fabricating a problem because there's just too much contentment. That's what I see in
Oh,
this man. This man is
this
just
is
content. I don't see a problem with anything he does or any warning signs or trauma that's trying to be unpacked here.
this is one of these annoying fucking cunts that wants to have a problem every day, all day, just that way she's, interested in the relationship. That's fucking annoying, number one. Let's just be honest about that. But as a
I mean, we've
whole,
already established that. Like, you don't need to keep
he
reiterating that.
he need I know, but you tied back to, well, she's a piece of shit. She is a piece of shit. I completely agree. But the thing is he's silencing himself to make sure their marriage works.
I don't think he's
That's what most
silencing
of this is.
himself. That's not what I read there because like this was me before I was in a relationship. This is me in my relationship. This is me after the breakup. This was me now, where I'm just sitting here. It's not like I'm not the silent type for some reason. I am happy to just exist. And I
No,
I
but
feel like this man is the
do
same where
you
it's
have
like
human interaction?
I try,
But
kind
you
of.
have friends, right? You have
Yeah, but
those
but I
interactions that
mean, like,
happen
it's
sometimes?
also how much you have to read into what this, who we've already kind of determined is not a great person, is saying
Oh,
about the
probably
situation.
narcissistic, probably an
Yeah, like that's what I mean.
absolute
So like
douchebag to
we
deal
have to
with.
kind of like see what her words mean here. My husband is a silent type that doesn't keep friends. He never stayed past 7 p.m. Doesn't visit anyone. No
Okay.
one visits
And
him.
how'd they end up together?
Well, see, that's what I mean. Like he can keep like also not keeping friends means he still finds friends from time to time.
No, he gave up his life that was before her because he felt he needed to.
I don't see where that comes into play here or how that was like how we got here.
Oh,
It was just like
silent type.
I've fallen out and made friends many times over the last decade and that's just
Exactly.
going to continue. And it's not
But you're
because
going to
of
have
a
a
person.
handful of people, regardless of if they're new or old, that you interact with and have fun conversations with, whether it's in depth and you need help or just baseless kind of bullshit. You shoot the shit with that person. Whether that, like for us, whether that's fans or friends, you're still going to do that. You're still going to have your phone in your hand. You're going to send a message back and forth. Unless you
Yeah,
need
but
me, it's those conversations happen.
yeah, but
If
despite
you,
me having those friends, I don't visit anyone. No one visits me, and I don't stay out late because I don't see the point in it. Like, why would I waste
and I
my
agree,
time
I
and money when I could just do what I want home and
exactly,
be
I
as
agree
content?
with all of those things.
Yeah. So that's why I don't understand like how this becomes he has a problem somewhere when it seems like he's just
So
doing normal
he got
correct
into a
things.
relationship, and if he was a fully silent type, like a withdrawn, reclusive kind of person, he would have never been in this relationship. Also, I probably am safe to assume that this chick is probably overweight and probably quite bitchy because she's using a fucking AI little retard fucking thing as her damn logo. So let's just be honest about that. She's probably not a catch. She probably assumes that he probably could get better, which is why she's being so loud and argumentative. But my husband is a silent type. Okay, so how did you end up in the relationship? Was he outgoing enough to ask you? Did he ask you over
Well, I
text
mean, I
message?
still find friendships and relationships, even though I have like that mixed introversion where it's like 80% of the time I just keep to myself and chill. 20% of the time I go out and hang, and then I will not inconvenience myself to like go out and seek going out with other people or anything
Oh,
like that. But if my friends hit me up after a while, it's like, okay, haven't hung out with you because you haven't been available. Let's go. Or here's the thing, like if you're one of the three people that I actually like meet IRL, and then everyone's gonna be like, oh, we're less lonely and have no friends. No, the problem is people suck. It's hard to find good quality people to be friends with, and they're always busy. If at any point they're just like, hey, can I come over? It's like, yes, I will make you dinner because I love cooking for friends and entertaining
Absolutely.
when it comes up. So that's why I think like this is the same thing. You're not going to find me out past 8 p.m. because it's like, well, why would I go to the bar?
No,
Why would
but
I stay out
if
late?
if I was like
I have a
this,
dog. She doesn't like being alone for more than 5 hours.
if
That's my
I
cap.
came if I came to Seattle right now and we're like, okay, there's a concert here, we're going to go to that. You're not afraid to stay out past 7, right?
Yeah, but I also think like her saying never. Like in 4 years, I imagine that an Outback Steakhouse dinner date has gone to 8:30.
With her, she's saying
Yeah,
there is nobody else in the circle. There being nobody else in the circle shows that she shut that shit down.
I don't think she shut it down. Like that's why I don't.
I think she's a control freak, which is why she's looking for arguments, which is why she is a cunt.
I think he's chill, fairly normal, and
He's
the
probably
times he hangs
calm,
out with friends is
reclusive,
probably
and
I. And also,
withdrawn.
like, if she's a control freak, then she wouldn't be upset at him not staying out past 7 because he would do it, and then she'd be
No, she's
happy.
using it as a way to neg him. That's the problem. She'd be like, "Oh, well, he doesn't do anything. He does everything I say like a good little boy." It's like she's being a mommy dommy, and it's
No,
like, what the fuck is going on?
he just wants to work, watch some Netflix, maybe chill. Who even knows? It doesn't sound like any fun in the sack with her. But then, like again, if she's the one that's like, I want to go out, it's like, okay, I'll maybe be Taco Bell, maybe we'll just DoorDash and then watch a movie because that's as like there's no less for
And
me
you
dopamine.
take
There's
it
no less
out of
entertainment by not going out. You don't have to go out to be an
I
interesting person.
I agree with that completely, but if you zoom out of this and not look at it as this relationship, but look at it as a person to person thing. If every day is I go to work, I come home, I do nothing, I go to sleep, at some point that is a boring life. At some point that is a very, very shitty life that nobody should want to live.
I
That is
disagree.
no, that's the brain dead shit that we fight against. It's like, oh, I go to work, I do nothing, I literally live for nothing. I'm not happy, I'm not content. Everything
No.
is shit. I'm just quiet and nobody understands my pain. That is the boring fucking life that we rally against so often with things like the AI bullshit that are taking over every single fucking job opportunity.
See, well, I think that's the difference where it's just like, no, the people that are complaining, they're spending 10 hours on Twitter instead of 10 hours at work. They aren't producing or
I
providing
agree
anything.
with that completely
I
too.
think I
I'm just
think
saying,
like
like, this
working
is
is still
stupid.
contributing to society because you got taxes, you're actually producing something of value, and
That
it
part,
doesn't
yes.
like, and it doesn't matter if like you just work because then you're still saving, you're still building, you're still working and figuring out something. He's married, right? He said this says husband, not like boyfriend. Yeah, my husband. So like he's done enough to build a life. At that point, it's like I will just do nothing but work for 2 months, and you know what? We got a hot tub, new grill. We can like get some more steak dinners or something, and then like you get a bigger TV. You can just upgrade your entire home life and not like again. You don't just because you don't go out all the time or ever doesn't mean you're not interesting. I imagine they still have vacations. I imagine it's still a normal life. He's just on the more humble, complacent side, and that's a problem these days. And I don't see any problem anywhere with that.
So this isn't even that account story. This story is literally this account is one of those. I'm gonna post a
Hmm.
whole bunch of Reddit stories as my own bullshit. I looked her her whatchamacallit, bio is voice of the anonymous. All stories are real unless indicated fiction. DM to share your story. DM for ads and PR. She's in the UAR. What's the UAR?
United Arab Emirates.
No, that's UAE.
Oh. Hmm. Damn, my
Oh,
brain just turns off after
United
the first two in
Arab
an act.
Republic.
Hmm.
It is Egypt and Syria together. That isn't even a place anymore. I don't fucking understand people, man. What the fuck? But yeah, this is some Indian dude that literally just reposts stories to get paid from fucking Twitter. That's what this is.
I still believe the core story is real and there's nothing wrong with that man.
I don't think that there's anything wrong with the man. I think he doesn't want anything for life and he's not being heard. One or both.
Nah, man, you just kick it till you can retire, and then you build like your little lake in your backyard of the house that you bought, and everything's great. You just roll it out, and if you're
And
happy from day to day, and you don't need conflict, you don't need to go out, then you are living a happy life where your work is giving you the value you want out of life. I don't think this is a
Happy,
suffering in silence kind of thing.
happy. No, I think everybody is fighting for content every day. And I think that you would probably agree with that. We're not
Isn't
fighting to be
contentment
happy.
happiness where it's like if you're just
No,
happy enough and content?
content is calm. Content is that.
Yeah,
What
that's
she's saying, if
peace.
that's actual, like, if that's an actual true story, he's content or he's just not saying anything. One or the other. And he doesn't want her to destroy his peace. More than likely, which is why he says nothing. But if you look at that as everybody is fighting to become content, I agree with you. Having a life where you are okay to be content is a goal. But the thing is when you're looking at this and you're like, I work at Walmart, I do nothing from 9 to 5 other than work at Walmart, and I'm content with this life, and you want nothing more. Those are the people we rally against. Those are the people
I
me
don't
and
see
you
how
would
we rally
disagree with.
against that. If you have peace and content, that's happiness. If you were living your own
No,
unbothered life, you're
those are the
fine.
NPCs we do not even agree with on a ground basis level with.
I think working NPCs, like if you were just a cog in the machine and
Yeah,
you have
go
no
be a
problems
cog.
with that, no, I don't like we need cogs. That's the thing. Now the problem is if you're an NPC
I
that
don't
can't have
disagree.
any free thought. I don't think that this is a person that doesn't have any free will in that
I
NPC
think
manner.
I think the guy does. And I
I
think
don't.
another thing,
What?
I think the guy has free thought. I think he
Oh yeah,
actually has his own emotions and feelings. That's
yeah.
what my argument was.
And that's the
I
NPC death.
think I think she is somebody who's completely reactive based off of what her friends tell her she needs to do.
Hmm.
Oh, he has no friends. He must be a weirdo. Oh, he has no life. He doesn't argue with me at all. So therefore my life is boring. I don't get fucked every night and my hair pulled and I don't call him daddy. Bitch, that's your own fucking fault. What the fuck is wrong with you? You make your life boring. You could spice this man up completely. Thing is, it's not with arguments. It's
I
with
agree with
actually
that.
wanting and caring about the life that you have, whether it's your
Yeah.
relationship or as a whole. You have to
She
change your
isn't
fucking
bringing
life.
him into a new realm, but I don't think he needs to be brought into any more excitement, even though it could benefit for him and it could be a better life. And just let the man chill is my only point here that I didn't think would turn into a 17-minute argument that had 10 minutes of arguing before the stream. When I first posted this, I thought we were all going to be on the same page of, oh, she's crazy. Let's make fun of her on the
Oh, she's
stream and be
absolutely
yeah, I know, but that no,
fucking
I thought
crazy.
that's it. We just go, hey, look at this crazy lady. Let's go on to the next topic. We now have content. No, why do you not? Why do you have problems with this man? We've already answered that, and I think we could go in circles for another hour about this. That's just my take. It's like there's nothing wrong with him. There's nothing wrong with being a cog. This isn't the NPCs we hate or push back against. Let the man
I hate
live.
when people don't want more. I really genuinely do. And that's what that bitch is making that guy be painted as. And I don't know if that's genuinely the problem or not. And
Okay,
that's
I can
me
see
being
that being your
genuine
problem
about
here.
that.
Yeah.
But as a whole, I hate that. I
I think
hate
if you're
when
functioning
you
and contributing and you don't want more, that's fine. If you're a bum that doesn't want more, that's the problem. There's if
like
this person just if this person just has a good he has a wife, he is able to just fund everything he wants and he doesn't need more. I have no
like
problems with someone that doesn't feel they need more, even if they could do better with more.
as gamers, both of us would get shit on if we were trying to get in a relationship or move forward or try and find anybody because oh, you sit there and you play video games all day. That's becoming a red flag that I play video games. It's like guys, you gotta want more. We gotta stop letting this be like the standard of what people can pick at. Oh, he's quiet and calm. You should be calm. When you're home, it shouldn't be a fight every day because I walk out of that door and I fight with fucking everybody else. Why the fuck do I want to fight with you? I didn't choose to come home and you're a needy fucking douchebag and I have to deal with your fighting and bitching. Nobody wants to fucking deal with that. That's why I got a divorce because fuck bitchy cunts. I fucking hate them. Use code RMTS at G Fuel. They're fucking fantastic.
That
Use
is
code
not
Little
you do
Sparkle.
not follow a plug with the C word like that. We can't.
I
We're
didn't. I
pushing it
said
as a
bitches. I said bitches
we can't. No, you said C. There's the
before.
CU.
Before,
You
yeah, I
use
know.
both. You can't use either.
No.
I only held up the G Fuel to show, oh, I came in hot because if you anyone paying attention noticed that half was already drinking before the show, so I could be fired up about this, and it worked, and now I'm having
That's
more.
That's because you got the buy one get one free. You're half off already. You're trying to get more.
Well, the BOGO's done.
I know.
We got the One Piece collection going up, and we get free shit. So
Who doesn't
that's
love that?
also our transparency thing that we need to
Yeah.
disclose. That's our disclosure. Boom. All right. What other topics we got?
So you sent this one as well, and I thought that
Yeah,
this
that's why I
one
mean,
was
like,
an
I think we have a
interesting one.
banger week. This is what I mean, like, we need to
Yeah.
make every moment of the podcast a banger for
You wanna
audience
read this one out?
retention. Yeah. But I'm talking about like how we do this because, like, yeah, we need to
I
just
know.
have like
We're
more
we're stepping
breakdowns
it up.
and
We're
reactions.
stepping it up.
Yeah, especially if we're growing now, we can't just be sad and boring for 2 hours. We at least have to be entertaining for 30 minutes to keep that retention, and then YouTube maybe promotes us, but not really ever. Uh, okay. Multiple students emailed me about their anxiety over a presentation. First year teacher, love my school and my department. I've heard from my mentor. Yeah, I've heard from my mentor, but I thought I'd take a wider poll. And it's the first week, so my 8th grade ELA classes did a fun little project where they found cool adjectives to describe themselves, decorated them on a piece of cardstock to furnish the classroom. On Friday, they presented in front of the class just a quick, hi, this is me type thing. Literally, no one took over a minute. As presentations go, it was one of the softest balls possible. I had several students email me the night before, almost begging me to let me skip because of their social anxiety. One girl wrote in her weekly letter that she could not sleep on Wednesday due to panic. Come on, really? I know anxiety very, very well. I was diagnosed with it at 15 and couldn't even hold a conversation until I was medicated. I was still able to do what I had to in school. Is anyone else seeing this more? For the record, I don't think anyone is making this up. I'm sure they're very anxious. I was wondering if they've been given the ability to excuse themselves too often. We need to be able to speak up in front of others. It's a life skill that will always be necessary. I saw this. I was like, oh, this is the menu anxiety all over again because Zoomers can't even like order food or make eye contact or or have conversation with anyone. It's insane how developmentally stunted these kids are. This
This
is
is
8th grade and they can't do a
this is
1 minute
fucking
presentation.
stupid. This is fucking stupid. Let me start off. The project about yourself and doing a presentation on it. First off, that's fucking stupid. Let's
What?
just be honest.
I don't think that's
No,
stupid. I'm thinking
every
like,
single
look,
every single year you start off with, "Hi, this is me. This is a cool thing about me." And you sit on the desk and you fucking have a class where you're actually interacting all together at the same time. That is acceptable. But this dumb shit about everybody not wanting to do a fucking
uh,
project is fucking stupid too. This is all fucking stupid.
I
Why?
man, we're just disagreeing on like half of everything this week, aren't we? Because I look at this like, yeah, this is the softest ball possible, and like I like
I
the
don't
idea
disagree
this
with that
teacher's.
at all. I think
Well, I
that
mean,
it's a
I like the
change from
idea
what
this
the
teacher's
normal
going
is,
for
and
though
that's
with the
why
whole
they're
project where like you do your thing on cardstock and then it's adjectives and you describe yourself and you go on the presentation. I don't find anything stupid about that. That makes me actually want to do it more because it's an engaging, interactive project. The teacher is trying her best. And the thing is, I see like more and more Reddit posts and Twitter posts of like teachers that are just like, yo, are the kids just terrible? And like, I'm trying my best here, and the kids just ain't worth any of the effort. That also seems like another common thing that's going on. And also the part about like anxiety, where it's like, yeah, I had anxiety. I was diagnosed. I can't talk to people, but I still stepped up. That's another problem we see with all the weakness these days from the younger generations and even millennials. Millennials have lost the ability to do anything, where it's like they cannot step up. They cannot just do what needs to be done. They refuse to any discomfort in their life and then they cry about it.
I think everybody's whining and crying about it. The one part of this that I would look at, and she only said one girl, so obviously you kind of really can't pick at it.
I thought she
I
said
would love
multiple students. Several students
she
emailed
said
me.
several students, but only
Yeah,
one
but
girl.
one girl couldn't sleep.
The 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 sex of these people is what matters to me. I'd love to know exactly how many dudes messaged her and how many females messaged her. Was it all females? Was it all dudes? Or
I think
what
it's
part of
I would say 50-50, dude. I've been seeing a lot of like weak guys with their little broccoli haircuts that are
oh,
menu anxious and shit.
I don't disagree with that, but I'd like to know exactly what in school those stats actually look like. Is it even these people saying, I am anxious, I don't want to do this? Because I don't know about you. Like we talk online for a fucking job. You know what? I have diagnosed PTSD. I've diagnosed generalized anxiety disorder. I am literally this fucking person. And guess what I do for a living? I talk to fucking thousands of people a month, hundreds of thousands of people a month to hear my fucking ugly ass voice and see my ugly ass face and hear the fucking crazy hot takes that I have. But yet, for some reason, you can't stand up in front of the 20 people that you probably have gone to school with since you were in fucking diapers, and you can't tell them, "Hi, my name's Joe." Like, what the
I like
fuck's your
Fortnite.
problem? I like Fortnite. I like broccoli. I have all these problems. What the fuck is wrong with you? There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way that everybody is so burnt out they can't fucking do this shit. What
Well,
the
actually, yeah,
fuck?
you have to think about like COVID. That means like these people for their elementary years, some of it was online in like core key development times. I'm not saying that excuses it, and they had before and after to like re-socialize and stuff. But like apparently that did a lot of damage. Also, just being online and on phones, they're not going to play. They're not making any
I
friends
did 2
with these
grades worth
people.
of computer-based learning. 2 full grades worth of computer-based learning. We sat behind a computer, we talked about nothing, we said nothing. If we talked, we were in trouble. I did this. Like, it wasn't to the level of COVID. We were all in the same room, but at the same time, I don't think that everybody wanting to be online or whatever is the answer of why all of these people don't fucking care and don't wanna do any of this shit. This is parenting. This is fucking parenting. This
Well,
is
yeah,
the
that's because like
people
everyone's just
literally
on a
getting
smartphone and
a
social
crazy
media.
reward system for every fucking thing ever. And it's like, I don't get fucking rewarded for
Mhm.
telling you about myself for a minute.
Yeah, they're not even communicating with their classmates. They're not making friendships or doing anything outside of school. It's bitch about them on Twitter and social media and form your little cliques and stuff, and then not even make eye contact in school. And then you have social anxiety. Wow, who would have guessed?
The shitty thing to me, and teachers, all my teachers that fucking watch this shit, I'm mad now. I actually got the fuck up and I did the fucking projects on books I didn't even fucking read. My grade should go up. My transcript should go up because I
Bro, they
actually
showed
did the
like they
fucking
made
work.
Bart Simpson out to be like a bum and stupid, even though there's also like the thing where he shows moments of genuine compassion and being kind of smart.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things like there was that episode where he had to do a book report and he was just like reading the cover of the book and like filibustering. And that still shows like more social prowess than anyone in any
Honestly,
student these days. It's crazy. Where it's like he was the bad one, and he still had the ability to actually like bluff and
how
do
many
interesting stuff.
how many things that you read in high school do you remember the name, the title, and who it was by? Because I remember too.
I I don't know.
This is my point. How many people should it matter if I read the book, but I refuse to do the project and tell the class about it? But I know the book. I know Night by Elie Wiesel and the Holocaust stories that it's about, but I don't want to tell the story. I don't want to say what it's about. I don't want to talk it in front of a class. Or would you rather have the kid who's willing to try and bullshit his way through the fucking project,
Hmm.
knows a little bit, but knows way more in his head and is able to talk? Which kid would you rather have? And I'd rather have number two 100% of the time. I'd rather them bullshit through everything and hope that they're able to make it
And the weird thing
than
is
the
we
kid that is
punish that
unable.
more because there's like you don't get a 30% of a speaking grade. Maybe you get 10% for presentation, 20% if you're lucky. But if you don't know shit about the book, you're failing that course. Whereas the person that's like I can't do this and has like a panic attack but knows everything about the book, they're going to get an 85. That's bad.
Like two of the top 5 kids in my class, I heard them speak like twice in the full entire 8 years I was in school with them. Speak twice. Like one, I didn't even see. I didn't even think he fully existed. His name was Arthur Chan. The longest that I've ever heard him speak is his valedictorian speech that he talked about how Harry Potter was the reason why he was able to do what he did. The fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah. But like I said, I just mostly see this as like, oh, the kids are cooked. And even though you also see like a lot of videos of bad teachers or a lot of anecdotes of bad teachers, but it's like I can't even blame the teachers at this point when the
No.
students are this shitty.
No, it's a fucking conglomerate. There's teachers left over from when we were there. They're going
Hmm.
to be the ones with tenure and stuff like that. And there's probably half of those teachers, 3/4 of those teachers are good because they made it to that level. They probably don't give a fuck about their jobs anymore, but they made it there. Like I remember having teachers that my dad had and everything else. And that was cool. It was cool having the same
Hmm.
teachers as my stepdad. My favorite fucking teacher. It was my 7th grade social studies teacher because we still change classes in 7th grade. And the first class in 7th grade social studies was essentially like Native Americans and them coming to the United States for like the first time. So before everybody in the class got there, he would change all the garbage bags real quick. So that way it was clean garbage in the garbage can. I sit there, I walk in with a huge wad of gum in my mouth, chewing on it, chewing on it. And he starts teaching us and he gets going. And this shit sticks out. Like this is the shit that they should be doing now, but you teachers are too fucking lazy to do it. He has the spear in the corner of his room. He's like, "Woolly mammoth." And he picks up the fucking spear and he's chanting around the classroom, "Woolly mammoth." And he throws it through the fucking garbage can. And he runs over and jumps on it like it's a fucking woolly mammoth. And he takes a huge ass bite out of the garbage bag that was in the fucking thing. 2 minutes before he made me throw out my gum. And he had a really weird fucking reaction when he realized my gum was in his mouth. But that's the shit you guys should be doing. That's the fun shit. You know what I'm saying?
I
That shit
remember
sucks.
seeing videos on Twitter of like teachers trying to do an engagement with that, and then they just get roasted for like how cringe it is.
I would rather have a cringy fucking teacher than a fucking douchebag. That's just me. Like, the asshole teacher that you went to school and they just sat there with their arms
Hmm.
fucking crossed or made fun of people and like didn't really give a fuck. Like, I would rather have that. I don't want you to fucking care about making sure my homework got done. Like, uh, be a fucking human. Like, we don't all fucking learn the same. You sitting here pushing me to just do what you need me to do for a test doesn't improve either of our lives. I
That's also
fucking
just the public school system. Like, I think that's also another problem. Is like teachers are still like stuck within the public school system and what that goes for, and it's not a yeah.
If you
It's
had
it's
kids, would
not
you try
great
and
out there.
homeschool them?
What? If
If you had kids, would you try and homeschool them?
I had the means to, yeah.
Because after everything with COVID, I was really tempted to.
The whole thing I see is just like home, school, your kids. I just agree. Where it's just like they're going to come out stupid and indoctrinated even through like primary school now or whatever, K through
Like my son's
12.
learning all that burnout NPC bullshit. And I'm like, no.
Yeah,
I was like, what
exactly.
does this mean? What the fuck does Ohio mean? It's a fucking state to the west of us. What more are you trying to fucking say? What the fuck is Sigma? It's a fucking Greek alphabet letter. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck are you on? And I'm like, if you can't explain what the fuck you're saying in real words, then you can't fucking say it. You're grounded.
Well, it also means the education system is failing because there's no literacy being taught.
No, that's Ohio. See, it's fucking stupid, isn't it? Isn't it fucking stupid?
Yeah.
These are the
I
people
think
that
we
we're
already talked about
losing
this
to
where
Fortnite
like
on.
our words as millennials made sense, like bogus. At least there's something that comes out of that bogus. This feels bad.
No, that's Kibbity Toilet. The fuck are you talking about? What in the genuine fuck are you talking about? We didn't say things were angry orange. What the fuck would that mean?
So my take on Zoomerisms is that it's about like it's just all context clues. The words don't have meaning; they just fit in with what you're supposed to be feeling. Like it's all about vibes, which is a horrible way to communicate. But I think that is how the communication goes. Or if I
It,
say shit skibbity Ohio right now, you can kind of feel it. If I depend on how I say, I'm feeling skibbity Ohio right now.
it's almost like, and I use this in the context of what the world is now. It's almost like everyone now has become autistic, and they're trying to explain their feelings without using emotions because they don't understand emotions.
I believe it with social media. That's the thing. Where just like no one. Oh, I kicked my desk. I'm like, that made my camera move too much. But yeah, like there's just no socialization. There's no interaction. Everyone has brain rot, and this is like peak brain rot, where we have now become enemies to language, and we have completely destroyed communication.
And it's like the emotions of what you're saying or whatever don't fucking matter at all. It's just like I'm gonna
No,
drag my
no,
nuts
the
across
words
the
don't
floor.
matter. The emotion is what's conveyed in the nonsense. It's
Yeah,
all
but
vibes.
they don't genuinely say them or feel them, which is the shitty part. It's like they're not actually explaining what the fuck they feel. They have no idea what the fuck they're saying. They're just saying whatever. They're just saying whatever is cool. It's like, dude, my life isn't the bomb anymore. Would you have caught anybody in 2006 saying that? The fuck? No.
No.
No. The language is wrong. Like it's improperly said and it just sounds fucking retarded. Like genuinely fucking retarded. So, did you play any of the Black Ops 6 beta?
No.
I figured you didn't, but
I think
I
we
figured I'd
I
ask.
already talked about like I don't care about Call of Duty now. There's too many cheaters for me to like want to play any FPS.
Well, I didn't run into any cheaters, surprisingly. The beta goes available for everybody on the 6th. I would suggest trying it. And genuinely, if you remember Black Ops 3 Advanced Warfare movement, it's that except not flying. It is the weirdest kind of roundabout way to kind of just add movement into something that
Yeah.
there might actually be a skill gap. They might have actually brought a skill gap to Call of Duty, and that to me is weird.
Through movement.
Through movement,
That's what I hate the most. Like even when people had their like sweaty dash sprint canceling in Warzone, I didn't want that.
not sprint canceling movement. Like i- if you're smart, you know when somebody lays on the ground, their name will pop above their head if you're aiming at them. Now you can lay in any single like way, like it's Rainbow Six. Like you could be laying on your back like this with your gun out. You could be laying on the side and you look fucking dead. So your movement
Yeah,
as
I
a
hate that.
person is like, I'm going to outsmart people now instead of I'm going to slide over here and then slide over there. Oh, your camera's broken. I'm going to shoot you in the dick.
Nah, I get offended when anyone tries to drop shot me thinking they're cute and shit, where it's just like, it's not gonna work, because now you're all head. So anyone that's trying more of that, whether it succeeds or fails against me, I'm just gonna be like, this shit's cringe.
And they added a really fucking cringy thing that people are starting
Oh,
to do.
so you're talking, they're even adding cringe, and you're thinking that this is something I'm gonna be
Nope.
entertained by.
This to me is something I don't like at all. But the game was it felt good. They made it so we could walk up to people and turn them into fucking Barbie dolls like they are a fucking meat shield for you. So now YouTubers are meat shielding two people on the other team and walking up to each other and treating them like Ken and Barbie and making them smoosh together like they're kissing. Like that's the level of brain rot YouTube has created, and
Hmm.
that to me is fucking stupid. Game feels fantastic.
No, I'm over Call of Duty after Warzone, where I'm just like, I can't play normal maps, and Warzone's like all cheaters, and it's not as good as Season 1. It'll never be Verdansk again, so
It
I'm
is.
done.
They're going back to
Well, it
Verdansk.
means like it won't be good for Donsk. You can't.
Supposedly they're going back to Verdansk. They're getting rid of Rebirth Island again.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I mean, you're not gonna have season one where like RPGs dominated because that shit was fun. I miss hitting like a corner with 4 people and doing full splash damage. I miss being able to buy loadouts early. Everything got clamped down. And then they
The
introduced more
fucking
weapons. Like every new set of weapons has the 2 meta guns that's the only thing people use. I can't stand it.
the game I miss is fucking Blackout. Blackout was a fucking blast.
I played that a little bit, but my friends didn't get into it, so I didn't carry on with it. But I thought it was I liked Warzone more from
It was
like
beautiful.
first 3 hours, because I think I only played like 3 hours of Blackout. Like first 3 hours, I just liked Warzone more. But maybe I would have found more depth inside of Blackout because I was like, oh, I want to play this more. But my friends don't.
Like the unlocking the characters, the becoming a specific character, so you have to try and figure out how to unlock it and everything else.
Mhm.
Fantastic. I wish they did those things. The fact that you couldn't buy your fucking loadout, the fact that you had to find your perks, you had to find your attachments, you had to find the specific gun you wanted to try. That was nice. It makes everybody equal. It doesn't matter if I played 1,000 hours in multiplayer or 2 hours in multiplayer. We're all fucking equal. And
Blue Ice, classic flavor. Mm.
I got some Jinxie juice.
How's that? I didn't get any.
It's pina colada. It's
I'm
nice.
not a fan of that. So that's why I was like, meh.
Well, I don't know why, but I think it was like the first alcoholic drink I watched my mom drink was a pina colada. but I really love pineapple and I really love coconut. So I've kind of like always clung to flavors like that. And I don't know if it's just the experience of seeing somebody drink a pina colada or I just genuinely like those flavors more than everything else.
Yeah,
But
never liked the coconut flavor or pina colada.
Miami Nights is like top 2 or top
I
3
I
flavors.
give those away to my 3 friends whenever they show
I
up. I'm
love
like,
that flavor.
"Hey, you want more G Fuel? Here's stuff I don't like," and it's just Miami Nights.
Miami Nights, top tier. Blue Slushy, that's up there too.
Yeah, the Blue Bomber slush is top tier.
No, I fucking
Dragon
love Blue
fruit.
Bomber Slushy. The clickbait's really good too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been one hell of a week, man. Genuinely. So since we last did the show, my divorce has been finalized completely. Whole bunch of lying and bullshit done with that. That was fun. Get to have a fucking lawsuit now. That's going to be a blast. And then also COVID. Who the fuck likes dealing with? Hey, it's 2024 and I'm dealing with COVID-19s.
The weird thing is, like, a lot of people like, "Oh, look at that. COVID's coming back because it's an election year. Watch out. They're cooking something up," which, like, I don't believe it like that, but it is weird that everyone I know has gotten COVID.
Mhm.
I was gonna go play DDR with one of my 3 friends. Let's just make that the joke where I bring that up every time. But yeah, like one of my 3 friends, it's like, oh, he's been busy. He's like been going to family reunions. He's been working
Mhm.
overtime and multiple shifts and stuff, and traveling and whatever. So it's like, oh, I haven't been able to hang out with him in 6 months, and I've been wanting to hang out with him, and he's just like, can't, got COVID. It's like, oh,
And
okay, and then you have COVID. I know like 2 other people that got COVID.
and
It's
it's
like, why is
different
COVID
than
happening now?
COVID before.
Yeah.
And that's the stupid answer.
Because it's
And I
also
hope
not
that
like, oh my god, my friends are going to die because they have COVID. It's like they got COVID and they're going to get shut down for a bit.
so everybody other than my mother-in-law got COVID where it was like in their stomach, like their fucking guts were destroyed. They had migraines, body aches, and sleep. That's everything that my mother-in-law was in the hospital and on a vent and everything else, like COVID day one. But I dealt with it where it was like I couldn't keep any food in my stomach. It all ran right the fuck out my ass. And I couldn't do anything. Like I had zero energy.
Hmm.
Like I messaged you when I had like 50% energy. Like I was starting to get it. Like I still have a cough and I still kind of feel
Hmm.
congesty and like shitty,
Yeah.
but I'm not like down in the shitter anymore. I'm
You've
like,
got
I
like the
should be
greasy
feeling
hair
okay.
like you just came out of COVID.
I just
Look.
came out of the shower, but like my hair is not fully back and feeling good again. You know, you take that
Hmm.
shower after feeling shitty for a little bit.
That's
You
what I mean.
still
That's what
have the
that looked
goo
like.
on
We're
you.
just
Yeah.
like, you're disheveled from the COVID. But yeah, I got COVID not like this year May, but last May, and it was on a
Yeah.
cruise. And that I had like just the, oh, I can't eat anything, and because I can't eat anything, I'm just going to get progressively weaker while I just have cold sweats for 3 days straight. So- And then like I had to eventually get off the cruise and find my way back home. So that took like all of my energy, and then I was like, I don't know how I'm going to like be able to recover from this, but I did. Where I was just like, it just felt more like a flu, but it's a weird flu.
Yeah. No, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's the worst thing that I've ever dealt with." No, it's really
Mm,
not.
nah. Even the
It's
first
literally
time I
like a
got it,
mild flu. The first time I got it, I literally slept for 2 days because I had a migraine and body aches worse than I've had in a very,
yeah,
very long time. And that's it.
that was mine. Where I felt the body ache coming on. I'm like, if this is COVID, I want to just sleep now and give my body all of the resources it needs to beat this thing before it beats me. So I just laid in bed for 30 hours straight. I beat it, but I came out with like the brain. See, long COVID brain fog though. It's over.
COVID brain always.
Yeah, COVID brain. Like that's what it gave me. But I lost my smell and taste for like 2 weeks after that. So I was like, oh, I wasn't
Mm,
sick. I didn't get sick, but I had like I can't taste anything, and like, wow, that was worse than the COVID.
mhm.
And then yeah, now I got that fog in me.
Well, it's crazy. And you brought up the election. I don't wanna go super into, like,
Like I said,
politics,
like it's
one
not
versus the
conspiracy, but
other,
it's like, oh, they predicted it, and it's not like a boogeyman. It's like people are getting COVID again.
but we legitimately made a prediction on the show, and I think it's hilarious how we knocked it out of the park and hit it with a fucking hammer. We called that Kennedy was going to come out in support of Donald Trump and said, haha, wouldn't it be funny? It might actually help him win some of the states like New
Mhm.
York or like those weird states where they have large landmass, but very, very big population centers. Kennedy has now come out in support of Donald Trump.
Mhm.
We now have the two last people that were connected to an assassination attempt running in the same kind of clusterfuck of people. You have RFK Jr. and you
Mhm.
have Donald Trump. That's weird.
I mostly just like the people that Trump is building around him this time because
Yeah.
he mostly just got like he said he was going to drain the swamp, but there was no one like he didn't have any political experience, so the only people he attracted were the swamp, and then they kind of screwed him over
And
with like
he's
who he ended
bringing
up.
in people that cannot be purchased as well.
See, that's what I mean. Like
Like
I like Tulsi. Tulsi's really cool. So like Tulsi RFK on a Trump team, that's what he needed in 2016, but he didn't. He
if the
couldn't.
next if the next step after this is Vivek, Don
Hmm.
Jr., Vivek, Tulsi, like I think Vivek is the next
Elon,
person that he's getting ready to put. I don't think
yeah,
Elon runs, but like him
yeah, I
putting
know, but
Elon
like
in that circle,
Elon said he already
we can
wants to be
fucking
a
buy
part of
Elon.
like whatever Trump is doing. So I'm like, yes, I like where that's going. It should have happened even for 2020. Like he needed to build this in 2020, but at least it's happening now because he learned his mistakes and
Well,
lessons. So that's the only thing I have about politics right now.
the other thing about 2020 is, did you see what Mark Zuckerberg came out saying?
Hmm. Oh, there was
That
no
was
election
fucking huge.
interference. Yeah,
M-
everyone. Well, the problem
Came
is,
out and admitted it.
well, the problem is the right
Why couldn't
already
you admit
knew,
it?
and the
Yeah.
left cannot admit any fault in their party. So nothing happened, even though those are the facts.
Well, I had this conversation the other day. It's like everybody on the left wants to fight everything with their feelings. And now the right is starting to do that. And we all look like idiots because we're fighting feelings with feelings instead of being like, well, this isn't right. So now they feel like everything that we say is wrong because it's against their feelings. They're dividing us in the exact way that they wanted to.
Hmm.
And it's fucking stupid. It's like, guys, things are being proven right. The things that the right are saying, oh, the laptop. Now we have Facebook admitting that there was fraud against Trump and everything else. Like, even if he is actually fully convicted,
Also, we're finding a
he was
lot of
fucked over.
illegal immigrants that managed to vote or register to vote, where we're not allowed to talk about how that could affect an election somehow. So that's mean like the facts just do not matter to the left, and no matter
The,
how many facts come out, and that's what's.
the part of that that doesn't make any sense to me, and this could be my like shyness a little bit, is like, think about it. I'll be ballsy enough right here, right now to say I'll vote for this person, do this or do that. If I wasn't allowed to do that, and the only thing I was allowed to do was my voice, would you feel uncomfortable voting if you were just like, oh, I'm allowed to say something, but I'm not from here? Like, I'd be so afraid to say or do something because it's not my fucking fight. How are these people so emboldened to actually do this? That to me is where it's iffy. That to me is where it's scary. Is like they feel emboldened to do this if they are doing it. And that's weird. But the fact that he had the backing of RFK, that to me is huge. So I'm on Ask Men right now. I wanted to scroll through and see if we could find
I'm
any.
about saying like, what other topics we got? Because I sent you
I
those
had a
things and
few.
maybe
I had
something
quite a
else
few
somewhere.
things, but I completely once we started talking, my entire train of thought disappeared. So I got a few other things. So men, what life-changing item can you buy for under $100? So if you had to right now buy something that drastically impacts your life for the better, what are you buying?
I've actually been like trying to work on this and contemplate it recently. A deep fryer. A deep fryer changes your life because you make good food quick and you don't have
Do
to
you have
go
an
through
air
this.
fryer?
No, you want a deep fryer. I already have an air fryer, which is just it's just a fucking
Do you have a
overglor.
basket air fryer or a glass air
I have an
fryer?
oven and air fryer. It's just a
So do
glorified
I.
toaster. It's great.
Nope, mine's not like a glorified toaster. So
No, all air fryers are glorified toasters.
I can rotisserie in my.
So can I.
I didn't know if yours was big enough.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying. It's like mine was about $100. It was a Christmas gift, but that thing's fucking fantastic.
it is. That's what I mean. Like having a better toaster where I don't have to turn on the oven and it just makes food faster and you also get that fry effect from the it's just a convection oven, but small.
Yeah.
And that's great.
No, it's nice.
And I'm talking about a real deep fryer. You get one of those, you never have to like go, I don't know what to make. I don't want to make anything. You just keep frozen stuff, and then it's just like, I want chicken nuggets today. I want mozzarella sticks. I want french fries. I want to make a sampler tonight. I want fried chicken. I want chicken. You can make whatever food you want, and you can get a good basket deep fryer for like 50. Oh yeah, see, that's the only drawback is like you get fat. But
I almost bought a griddle with deep fryer baskets in it for outside.
Mhm.
Like it was a combo.
I saw that. I saw one of those in Walmart. I'm like,
and I was like, ooh.
see, that's what I mean. Like going back to the first thing. If that's all that man wants to do is just buy one of those and not stay out past 7 p.m., I think he's still living a happy life.
But that's living life. Like the way that
exactly. He can do that.
Showed that she has control over those things. She has control over what he's responding to and bitching about it. He's not responding to things. He's being silent.
Nah, like, see, I think he can still buy that and still follow all the rules of not making friends and not going out past 7 p.m. But for all you know, that dude has a hot tub, a grill, and one of those griddles, and he is fine. And she's just like, I want him to go out more when he's just content with that. But that's me. I think
I agree with you there. There's zero reason to go out.
As for other things under 100, that's where it gets tricky because, we're talking about around $1,000 a hot tub. People say like money can't buy happiness. I say it buys hot tubs. Therefore, you're just wrong. You can buy pure happiness in a hot tub. Exactly. But then the same thing like winter's coming up. Get yourself like a little fire pit. That's great. It'll get you outside. It'll get you out in the fresh air and clearing your mind up a bit. I think those are just some life-changing things where it's like you can actually just elevate your baseline comfort and contentment with life for $100 by getting a deep fryer or a fire pit.
So to me, and you could buy both of those things with buying this too. They're cheap on fucking Walmart now. You're going to squirt yourself with cold water, but a fucking bidet. If you're not getting in the shower after every single time you shit, a bidet is one of the most life-changing things that a man can get to where you're like, okay, I'm not self-conscious anymore. I don't have to worry about if I got every little thing because it was all fucking squirted away. You don't have to worry about the little piece of toilet paper that's stuck to your asshole or the piece of toilet paper stuck and going out of your pants. Like all those fears that you had as a kid, fucking gone. You have none of those problems anymore. That to me is one of the biggest things that I purchased, and I'm like, nope, life is just better now. That and G Fuel are the two big things.
Well, we all say something like lock and load as well.
I haven't tried it. I think that it would end up causing massive problems, though.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the like
hot load, and you come into the toilet, and everybody in the town gets pregnant. Bam!
That would be bad. Yeah, exactly.
That's a lot of fucking.
Because you're just putting that shit into the water system, kind of like how all these like hormone medications and antidepressants are just like in our water supply, and they're too complex to get out through osmosis.
What if the hormones and the medications that's in the water, and this is all like speculation, this is high ADHD bullshit thoughts. What if all those things are causing the problems with anxiety, ADHD, and autism?
I think that's like one of those Alex Jones things where it's like, oh wait, he was just right. That's not even a crazy conspiracy theory. I think everyone believes that, where it's just like, oh, we're just getting more
attention to dumb bullshit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, it's one of those where it's like, oh, testosterone's going down because there's too much fluoride and antidepressants in the water. That's literally happening to some amounts. So that, well, what I was going to say is like, it's the same effect where it's just like, oh, however you dispose of what you on lock and load, if that makes it into the water supply, that just hits a chick in the shower, instantly pregnant. So yeah, that'd be bad. You can't have that. But me, when I was because like the thing is, whenever I watch PKA, I get upset when they have a guest that's been on like 4 times, and then they do a lock and load plug, and they're just like, "What's that?" It's like you've asked "What's that?" every time, you still haven't gotten it, and then that's just weird.
It's sold out. It's been sold out for almost like 6 months now.
Yeah, it has been. But even then, like when it wasn't, it's just like
I know.
But I've been taking it not the entire time because I've had sold out issues. But then you just build your own stack. and that's how lock and load started. And the way I can describe it is my loads are inconvenient now, but that's great. So yeah, I would say that that's like an
Yeah,
under $100 thing that just makes your life better. So
exactly.
that's like my story. If I ever make
The
it
one
onto
time
PK,
that
if I ever
the
make it
one
on
time
PK, it's I'm going to flame your guest for not buying it, but this shit works.
exactly, the one thing that you want to be able to laugh at is your lows. You want to be able to be like, "This is so huge, it's stupid."
It's fun.
It's
Like I said, that actually is an elevation of quality of life.
I wonder what it would do. I've always wanted to see, but I was told that, "Oh, yeah, that's stupid." And I was like,
Mhm.
"No, that's not stupid."
The thing is, if you can afford it, it's fun. It's just fun enough to be worth it.
Exactly. I was like, a $50 present. You want to buy me something? Buy me this. I think it's funny. No, that's crazy. No, it's not. Oh, that's a nice little paradox and question. Every dude is asked at one point, "Would you tell me if I look fat? Would you tell me if I gained weight? Do I look pretty in this dress?" How do you answer? Do you worry about their feelings or do you give them honesty?
Oh, I always give honesty, and it backfires every time. I lost a potential relationship because this girl posted on Twitter like, "Oh, I don't like my haircut," and I went into her DMs because we were already in DMs and we were already like seeing each other in person and like going on sushi dates and stuff. And I was just like, "Yeah, you got butchered." Because I was just like, "Oh, I'm agreeing with her not liking her haircut, and I'm being honest. I'm doing the correct guy move." And then I got blocked immediately and never saw her again. And
Real
we were
quick,
hanging out for a bit. I thought I was
so
in a comfortable enough spot, but you were never in a comfortable enough spot.
no, they're validate searching, and we all fall into the trap of thinking that that's what they think.
I continue to be honest.
I don't disagree. I
Yeah.
remember doing that when I was like 13, 14 and on AIM. I'd be like, "Oh, I'm so fucking sad. I'm so fucking depressed," and hope for the message. And then you have a conversation with a person because that's what everybody wants as a teenager. You want to interact with people, you want to have conversation and everything else. So as a whole, it's like, okay, that's really what they're doing. They're looking for the DM of, "Oh, you're fucking gorgeous. Let me bang you, blah, 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 blah." That's what they're looking for. But we fall into the trap of, "Oh, you're looking for validation to say you're right."
Mhm.
And we're like, that's the wrong validation.
But also, there's also the other trap of like sometimes that backfires. Like you get called a creep or an incel if you're overly worshiping the beauty of this girl. But at the end
That's
of the day,
stupid.
that's like what they want for the most part. And then like you're just stuck. You always make the wrong choice because it's like, oh, the one that wants honesty, you're too horny for, and you lose her. And then the one that just wants you to simp, you're too honest, and you lose her. Just can't win.
Exactly. Do you
Well,
keep
the
house?
problem is, so one thing real quick, because there was that true off my
Yeah.
chest I sent like a long time ago. I think I destroyed our relationship trying to compliment my boyfriend. Do you remember that? I posted a while ago.
Yeah, I'll look
Yeah,
for it.
you said
Keep
that's
going.
fucking insane. And that
Yeah.
was, yeah, about a month ago. It's
Was
been
it a
like,
link or an image?
it was, no, it's just, yeah, it was a link to Reddit, but
Oh,
locked post and it's been removed. So I don't even,
oh
I
fuck.
like, yeah, I guess we'd have to find like a way back of it. Because I thought it was like a really good one. She said something like, "Oh, I don't want to like I want to
I
be
got it.
with you instead of just fuck you or something." So it's like, yeah, we need a way back machine this one.
On Reddit.
And it got too spicy. Unreddit, what?
There's something called Unreddit, which uh undoes all of the
Mhm.
deletes and stuff. I'm working on it. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'm trying to just find a screenshot, but
Seeing if it
HTTP 302. There we go. I
Reddit.
found it.
There we go.
You got it?
And I will have it in 2 seconds. I'll read it.
Mhm. Sick.
Just
Yeah,
gonna
you
look
read
ugly.
it cuz I've been reading
Yeah,
everything.
I know. That's why. Reveal, remove content, search by that, or I need to be able to search it. Oh, I don't have. Oh, impressive test. Thank you, bitch. I got your username. I still have you. Okay, and back.
Boom.
Control
Like dead air is
V.
bad, but we can banter through it. And
I know that's what
yeah,
I'm talking to.
That exactly. That's why I'm just trying to be like,
Oh,
maybe
they
you can. I
flagged
think you
that
can
quickly?
search.
Holy shit. Nope, they
I think
flagged it.
you can search or not search. Yeah, I think you can search up something like a minute and a half maximum and still keep it interesting for the viewers because that's a little bit of the journey. That's a little bit of the adventure. Like, oh, they found it. Oh, what are they talking about? Oh, we can get the. After that, it's like, no, now it's just boring content. Do you need
Oh,
do you need a
no, this
screenshot?
wasn't she didn't delete it.
Like I said,
The
yeah, it got
account
removed
got
by.
suspended.
Hmm.
That's how bad this shit was. What the fuck? Yeah, do you have a screenshot?
Yeah,
I know we can see the start of it on Reddit. Start of it on Discord.
I'll just copy paste
Yep,
it into Discord if you've got a good way of pulling that up.
yep, I got it. Open in browser.
And then the Reddit post still has the replies, even though it got locked. So
Yep.
everyone fucking
She
roasted.
got roasted.
I guess you
Okay,
got too defensive in the replies. Something went down.
I think I destroyed our relationship trying to compliment my boyfriend. My boyfriend and I are both 28 years old and together for 2.5 years. Yesterday night, we were drinking, and one thing led to another, and I tried to compliment him by saying he is not someone who I would hook up with or be a friends with benefits with, but marry. I thought everything was fine, and he seemed extremely distraught after that. I realized how he understood it, and I tried to clarify it, but he is still the same this morning. He told me he needs space to think for a while and left the house. All my friends tell me I messed it up, and guys tell me it's not a compliment, and most men will understand it differently. I think I destroyed our relationship, and I'm panicking now.
You can. I sent the link again, so you can just pull that up and we can go through the
Mhm.
replies. But like, wow, that is. I guess that's like the good guy test. But the problem is that's like Schrodinger's box. You open that up and the relationship's done no matter what. We're just like, oh, the guy that isn't offended by that is just a douche that wants to fuck you. The guy that gets offended by that, congratulations, you lost a good one.
Let me explain exactly what the fuck a guy feels in that moment because I think I got it. If I'm not good enough for you to fuck randomly, you do not find me attractive. I'm not like the thing that you wish everything could be. I'm not
Hmm.
pined after. I'm not cared about. It's kind of just you're settling almost. You're
Exactly. It's
telling
not
me
like
you're
yeah.
settling. If you tell me, "Oh, you're the guy I would marry,"
Hmm.
I'm the guy who has less than that you feel more secure with because I'm not a end goal. I'm the journey that you want
Hmm.
to travel. I'm the
Exactly.
more consistent
I'm
and
not your
confident.
crush. I'm
Yeah.
not the like dream boat hunk slinging dick that you want. You're just like, I'll settle for this because that's the longer term settling, really, what it is. Where it's like, this is the 7 out of 10 for the rest of my life, instead of the 9 out of 10 for 2 months, and then everyone's heart is broken. But then, you just bounce from those guys to those guys. It's not like yeah, it's just so crazy where it's like, oh, I've hooked up with better people, but you're more my type for long term. Which is like, oh,
Top
great.
comment. Why would you even say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Um,
I think that's another weird thing about this post is like it's inherently wrong. It's hard to articulate how incorrect what she said was. Where like there's a million different ways you could process that and it's all negative. It just creates negative emotion.
I'll give all the women, all 20% of you, a tip in 2.2 seconds. I want to read this top comment. 6.3K. I think you meant to say he is too good, but it sounds like he is bad. What the fuck are you even talking about?
Yeah, like now we're just getting to Reddit brain rot.
Okay, so women, what
Wait, I
men
like this
want to
comment. Wait, I like this comment. That's one of the worst things you can say to a guy. It's like saying your dick is just perfect. The big ones hurt too much. Nah, dude, you can't. You just can't. And
you
like,
have
I think there's
boy,
no
you
winning.
have a
But also, wait,
husband dick. You have
yeah.
husband dick. Oh,
Problem is, like, just don't even talk about. It. Just enjoy the dick, but don't acknowledge it because like, there's no correct way of complimenting a dick. If you go like, oh, it's perfect, it's the greatest one ever. It's like you're lying. It's like
yep.
you're now you're overcompensating for my dick, and I don't trust that. And if you say I've had bigger, but yours is better, it's like you lose. You lose every time. I love it. It's just great.
It's weird. Okay. So now I'm going to be egotistical and everybody's going to call me out and I'm going to be a dickhead, but fuck it. So as a whole, my dick is not the one thing I'm self-conscious about. I fucking have that entire problem on lock. Zero problems there. As a whole, not
And the
just
funny thing
told by
is, like,
me.
Zach has perfect continuity with this because he always talks about the 2 6s. So like,
Exactly.
boom,
Exactly.
we're there.
Well, you also think about it logically. Got my house broken into by my ex-wife and was having sex before that for 7 hours in a row. That girl still wanted to go back out with me after her boyfriend wanted to kill me. There's lots of things in there that you could
You
unpack.
have like a million kids at
Yeah,
age 10. You're set.
exactly. So I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, there's zero reason why commenting about a dick when you don't have a dick pic or a dick inside of you would be the conversation that you should ever have. Never, number one, never say it's cute. Dicks aren't cute. Just don't. It's not that hard. Don't say it's cute. Cute is
I
emasculating.
Good thing I don't think I've fallen in that one before. Yeah, like, oh geez, because yeah, cute. You always think like cute as, you know, like not
Big,
small, but
tiny, small.
like I wouldn't say like I think you have a cute big dick. Like, but there's an effeminate quality or a I don't get it. It's too ephemeral
There's
to actually put words into, but it's just wrong. It's just wrong.
there's one reaction that every guy wants and only some guys will get. And this is the only reaction that you want. Every guy can have this one. Happiness. Just calm, content, enjoyment of what's going on, and you're happy it's there. Or you get the fuck. And those, when they're real, hit you right in the fucking ball
Yeah,
sack.
I think
Because
the only mhm.
you're like, oh, yeah, no, you're scared now. You got a little bit of
You're
fear there.
scared now. So I think yeah, the best thing is like the only proper reaction is surprise. And if you're good at faking surprise, then you might be able to get away with it. But all you need is a
Yeah, don't fake
wow.
it. Yeah, don't
What?
fake it. Don't
No,
fake
no, what
it.
I'm saying
If
is
you
like if
fake
you
it,
have to fake it. Like
yeah,
if you have to fake it, all you need to do is just give a wow. Just always be shocked, which is whoa. Like that's you do that and then like dude just got S tier dopamine.
exactly. Like if your man has a little fucking baby dick that looks like a mushroom and is about an inch and a half big, and you've never felt it before in your life, you cannot sell that you are shocked unless he's like,
Okay, yeah,
you're
that
shocked because it's that small. That's
okay, that
it. That's cute.
well, what I okay, so like here's the thing, like a guy that has a really small one knows that like there's no salvaging that, and that's why
Mhm.
I think it's even more insulting if you just try to like overly plays. But all you really need is like 5 inches and some heart. If you've got 5 inches in heart, you're
So
good.
what you're saying is, if you're above average, you're acceptable.
No,
Yes,
no.
that's exactly what you just
Average
said.
is like
Average is four and a
5.2.
half.
Average not 4.5. It's like
Average
5.2.
is 4.5.
Nah, you
Keep going. Keep
if you're just
going.
like if you sling slightly below average, you just make up for that with heart and confidence, and that's fine.
Dick average is 5.1 inches.
I'm more correct. So like I said, you can go slightly below average and still salvage it, and all you have to do as a girl is give a whoa, regardless, unless it's just like horrendous. Then,
And
then you just lose.
you,
I think there's no like, cause then like that guy, you already know he's got self confidence issues. So it's over.
yeah, exactly. It's not going anywhere, man. We are
Actually no. How you save it is you take lock and load, and then you fucking shoot across the room, and then she's like, never mind,
not if she can feel it.
you win.
If she can't feel it, you got a big problem, man. No, it's crazy when you look at this shit because there is no positive way or reactive way to speak to a dude in that situation.
And the crazy thing is,
If
like,
you
she thought she was saying the right thing. She thought this was her big romantic gesture to this man, was saying, like, you're not the guy I would just want to fuck. You're the guy I want to marry.
Let me give you a crazy idea.
Both?
The reason she's not married to the dude with the big dick is because the guy with the big dick didn't want to get married. Because they will marry the dick that hurts them quicker than shit. They want all of it. They don't want a little baby dick. They are settling. And that's exactly what you're telling him you're doing. Do not fucking say you're a fucking husband dick. You're fucking weird. Would you like to be told, oh, you have wife titties? Is that what you want to be told? That's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like, and that, also means, like, you got no qualities, but just, like, the safety and insurance. Like, damn.
So,
Also, I think it speaks to experience where it's like, well, how many guys before where I just lose? Great.
well, on the bright side, at least most people should be average. So if you're around average,
Like I said, you can make up for that. Like I think there's a pretty clear cutoff around 4.8 where it's just like can't be saved. Don't worry, you can still make it.
exactly. And then you see these females that are like, a foot of dick isn't enough. And then you're like, oh, all humanity is lost. All of it. I don't even understand how big a foot is. It's okay. We're good. No, it's crazy. It's
Mhm.
crazy.
The crazy thing is like because the account like dissolved, we don't even know the follow up because she's like, oh, I think I destroyed my relationship,
I
and
want to know why
probably
the fuck
did.
she was banned. I
Yeah,
want
see,
to
it's
know
like
why the fuck she
how
was banned.
defensive, like what happened? Like,
I'm sitting here
did she
looking. I
salvage
can't
it?
find
Did
fucking
the
anything.
apology work? Did she like? I think you show the Reddit post and be like, I am sorry, I am humbled. I legitimately thought I was trying to say the right thing. I wasn't even being completely honest when I said that. I just over exaggerated because I thought it was correct. It's clearly wrong, and it's you have so much more to give. I think
Great
if I want to know
TLDR.
what happened.
I like this one. The classic mistake. In your head, you probably thought you were saying he is special and worth waiting for.
But the problem is she
But
didn't wait. That's
you basically told the poor dude to his face that he isn't good enough to have you without having to earn it
mm-hmm.
uh, more than anyone who has come before him. Most
Yeah.
fellas don't react well to the love of their life telling them that they're the least attractive person they've ever been with. And yes, that is
2.5
exactly
years
what the
together
fuck you're
as well. So
saying.
that means she was 25 and a half and already had the experience to say that about other men. You lose.
Most fellas don't react well to the love of their life telling them they're the least attractive person they've ever been with. But one misspoken and unintentional insult shouldn't end a relationship. If the relationship was strong enough to last in the first place, you should be able to talk it out after he cools down.
I disagree with that. I think that
I
there's
do too.
magic words that can ruin any relationship.
Word of warning. Avoid using terms boyfriend dick and husband dick. See, I fucking told you, you don't use those. Oh, it's cute. Translate to their dick being okay for
For
daily use,
daily
but
use.
nothing to be excited about, like a minivan.
You're the
Women,
white picket fence and 2.5 kids of dick.
women, that's a compliment guys want to hear as well, but not very much. Edit. Here's the exact wording you used to fix this. Babe, I love you. I'm sorry my words came out and made it sound like I thought you were less than you really are. Of course, you're attractive and excite me. I just meant the impact you have on my life is so profound that I never want anything with you to only be a short filling. There you go. That's how you say it,
See,
people.
that's what I mean. Where you have to be like, I lied in the reverse direction to not like. I thought that was like the safer thing, but no, like you are the fling I want to be with.
I I love the comparing your dick to cars too.
Yeah,
Like that was
the minivan of
fantastic.
cars. That's perfect
The
because
minivan
like
of dick. You got the
that
minivan
is
of
like
dick.
the soccer mom minivan of dick. Where it's just like that is the average
Guys,
stable dick. You don't want to be that. You want to be able to
think
impress every time.
2 or 3 out of every single one of your 10 friends has a subcompact dick. Feel bad for them if you have a minivan dick. And there's some people out here with limos. As a whole, you got to feel bad for those subcompact micro dicks though, because the
Again, yeah,
women will
like I said,
never
there's
feel
nothing you can do
anything
about that.
except
I'm sorry.
plastic. Yep, sorry. Go pack on something and be a woman. I'm sure that she will like eating your ass later. Um Actually, I have a topic on that. I want to ask your opinion and I was told something really fucking weird by my toddler the other day. And she's like, Mommy eats his ass. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck is going on? Why the fuck is my 4-year-old telling me that her mommy eats ass? That to me blew my fucking mind. And then I was like, okay, nope, nope. Now we're going to get into the weird meta conversation after this because now I'm not confused. Would you want your ass eaten like that to the point where other people know about it?
I would never want it to begin with.
I wouldn't either. I'm weirded out by it. But The fact that it's known about in a house enough that it's loud makes it fucking weird to me. Like, really fucking weird. Why the fuck does mommy eat ass? It should never be said to a dad. I'm thoroughly confused. I'm thoroughly disgusted.
I thought it might have been like a misunderstanding where it's like, oh, ass kissing because she's always like praising you so much, and then it just came out as like a like a not
Nope. I
how.
was told, why does mommy eat blank's butt?
Mm, I just am failing. No,
No,
I
exactly. Like, this shit's weird. This shit's weird. And I
I'm
wouldn't
yeah.
ever want my ass ate or played with, but as a whole, I would not want it publicly known. Like, that's fucked up.
Oh, we're talking about ex
Yeah.
and somehow and boyfriend and that. Oh. Ha-
Also, I want to say this. First off, fuck you. You have more inches of her tongue going inside of your asshole than you have hanging out of your pants. From her words, not mine. Um, and suck a dick. Back to this. Okay. So this is a fun question. Why are women so addicted to murder mystery shows?
no idea. I never understood it.
So I think I can put the pieces together. They like puzzle solving. Like, if you talk to a female before like Call of Duty and Fortnite blew up and that's how they get attention from dudes, what video games did they play? It was like playing Candy Crush and playing like puzzle solver games and stuff like that. So if we don't take into the thought process of they want to know how to kill people and it's just like a puzzle, they're trying to figure it out before the like house does.
No,
Like,
I think actually the way you say that, I think it more feeds like latent sociopathy. Where it's just
I
like,
think that's part of
that
it
is
too.
how
I'm
I
just trying
do
to
it.
disconnect it a little bit.
I like that was a creative way of disposing the body. That seems like a woman thing.
Have you ever been told by a girl, "Oh, I know how to deal with a murder, so in case I ever have to deal with anything, it's taken care of."
No, I haven't been into a position where that
That
could
is a
happen.
scary fucking sentence said to you. Like,
And I'd imagine where it's just
scary.
like they learned that just from listening to podcasts and watching murder mystery shows. Which is
Like, what
actually
the
more
fuck?
scary because they'd probably screw it up where it's just like, yeah, you got this from fiction, and now we're both in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Ugh. Which job, hands down, has the worst impact on your mental health? Social worker. That would be the job I do not want. I do not want to be a therapist.
Yeah,
I
whatever like government filler
social
job.
worker. No, I don't want to hear. I don't want to help people on their worst day to the point where I have to hear how they want to end it today.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to be there when they're feeling okay enough to say, I don't want to end it today.
Hmm.
But talking somebody off the ledge is not something I want to do anymore at 30 years old. I did it enough at 14, 15 that I don't want to do it now.
Yeah, well, I'd also think like mental institution where you're just like
Yeah.
watching people like rip their skin off all day, that'd destroy you.
Well, my mom worked in a school for children like that, that were abused and stuff like that.
I
They were
think
like
you've
the
mentioned this
CPS
on the
kids and
show.
stuff like that. It caused my mom to go down like a really, really fucking depressive path.
Yeah,
So
you're
I
not
was
supposed to deal with that as a human. And I think our biology even makes like or evolution in biology is just like, no, you just let those wander off into the woods and get eaten by wolves. You're not supposed to
so
deal with any issues like that in biology.
my mom worked nights, which I don't think helped it. And then she worked in a like old cobblestone building that had very little light, and she was in the basement because she was the nurse.
Oh, even better.
And she would just sit there watching movies and stuff like that. But she would tell me about the times where she like had to check in kids of like kids that went on family leave for the weekend or whatever, and they'd come back with handprints and they'd come back all distraught and like disconnected from like what the world is. And I'm just like, fuck, I could not fucking do it. I couldn't fucking do it. And like, I remember so badly, like being like, well, how do you do this as a job and not break down? She breaks down, and I'm like, well, I couldn't have done that. I don't know why you even thought it was the choice.
Hmm.
Like, it would kill me to
Well, I
watch
think it's
that
like
shit.
an I want to help people, and it's like, oh, you no.
Well, whatchamacallit, it caused her mental breakdown because she watched us grow up all at the same time. She got hit with watching child abuse, and then I had sex, and my middle sister shaved her legs for the first time and cut herself. So all of those things happen at the same time, and all of a sudden she's smacked in the face with, "Oh, fuck, what the fuck's going on?" I would have a mental breakdown too.
Hmm.
Not because my kids are growing up, but because I don't wanna see, like, people's worst days. Like, you don't. Like, I would rather somebody come and tell me, "Zach, you helped save me." I've regardless of if those emails or those messages are fake. I treat them like they're real because, like, who cares? Like, honestly, who cares? If somebody comes and messages one of us and they're like, "Your conversation about this helped," there's no
Yeah, it
negative
costs
to me taking that as
nothing.
real.
It costs nothing to believe that.
Like, I don't know if that's my autism or what, but it's like, "You helped." I'm like, "Dude, that's fucking fantastic. I'm so happy that
Hmm.
my voice helped you in
Yeah,
some way." There's no negative in that. I would rather get those messages than, "I don't know how to deal with this. I don't wanna." I would I would it would suck. But you said something a little while ago that stuck out. You think money can buy happiness. I com
absolutely.
I completely agree with you, but why do you think money can buy happiness? Because there's a lot of people now that are like, "Huh, huh, huh, I could cry in my Lambo. Guess what? I still have a Lambo." I don't agree with that, but why do you think money can buy happiness?
I just function off of dopamine. I feed the primal lizard brains where it's just like thing make me happy, and then you pursue to the next happy thing. As long as you don't go overboard. Thing is, you can't burn out your dopamine. You can't get the limo and the mansion and the hookers and blow, and then need like 20 times more of that to feel happy. But if you just kind of pace it out, like you get the hot tub, you're feeling good. You get the deep fryer, feeling good. Go on that vacation you always wanted, sick. Run it back. You just need money to get the good things in life that make you happy.
To me, money is comfort, not
Yeah,
happiness,
that's
but like comfort.
yeah,
Like if mom has a
stability.
problem and is unable to take care of herself, the money makes sure that she's able to have somebody that will
You have
help
to
her
be
with the things she
responsible.
couldn't
Like if
do.
you're responsible, money buys happiness. If you disagree, that
Yes.
means you're not responsible.
It also
Done.
means that you don't understand how to be responsible.
You
Like
also
if
don't know how
drugs are
to develop your own happiness properly as well.
like think about it this way. What in front of you right now or in your room could you upgrade to the best thing and you would be excited about it? Could you upgrade your PC and it would be different and it would be better? Could
No,
you upgrade your monitors and it would be different?
I have a pretty sick monitor. Like I have everything I want.
Yeah, because you're a normal guy. You buy the
Yeah,
things as you need them, as you
that's what I
want
mean. Like
them.
I feed the dopamine responsibly, and it took money to get all these things. My computer's a
Exactly.
couple grand. My monitor's a $400, $500 one. So I have the above average stuff, and I can only get that joy and contentment through money. So yeah, all that. Uh, God, now you
Like
got me thinking. I'd probably want like a new really sick bed. Oh hey, there's the dog.
I don't know. Like
She's fine.
I
She likes the bed, but this thing's like 6 years old and starting to get lumpy.
I bought a buying my mattress was a really weird fucking excursion too. So they randomly had this mattress place in my hometown. And there's like 3 or 4 of them around. There's zero reason for this level of mattress store to
I
be
love the
around
money
here at all.
laundering theories about just like random mattresses on the like corner stores.
This dude seemed like the most legit dude that I have ever talked to in my life. He was renting at a place that wasn't like a big box store. It was like an off-track betting place when I was a kid. It was a building that was supposed to be torn down 50 fucking times and turned into a Domino's or turned into a gas station or whatever.
Oh, my favorite are the restaurants that change their name every 3 months, where it's like under new ownership, and it's like, huh, that was a taco place, now it's making pizza. Whoa, they got subs this week. Hey, we're back to teriyaki. That shit's great.
And at one point it was like a old kids clothing store. You know how like for some
Hmm.
reason kids clothes last longer than everybody else's. Probably because kids only wear it for like 2 weeks and then you sell it. But it was one of those places for a while and it was the most congested fucking place ever. And this dude turned it into a mattress place. And I was like, well, this is fucking weird. But I need a mattress and I don't want to go to Rent-A-Center because they only have firm mattresses. And I'm a prissy little bitch and need a super, super soft plush mattress because that's comfortable. So we walk in there and he's like, yeah, well, try everything. And there's like 9 mattresses in the entire place. That's as big as this place is. 9 twin size mattresses that are about a person width apart. Try everything and figure out what you need. So we tried out like 5 or 6 different mattresses and like decided on one that's pretty okay, but it has this shitty ass fucking lumbar support in it. And like you're like, oh, lumbar support. It probably just has like more dense foam. No, it's like an elastic band that's randomly in the middle of the mattress that's like
Yeah,
up off of the middle. So you
it
can't
just
even
feels
like
like a
rotate
bar.
it properly. Yes, exactly. That part broke and it's been the greatest mattress since.
Hey kids,
But
jump on the bed right there.
what should we call it? So we rented out a U-Haul and bought both the kids' mattresses and that mattress all at the same time and bought bed frames for everybody. And it was the most shitty fucking situation because I carried it all by hand myself after my surgery. So
Ouch.
I carried a king size mattress up a flight of stairs and up a U bend and carried up 2 twin size mattresses. It was a pain in the balls. And that mattress was like I spent like 5,000 fucking dollars that day. Just on mattresses. I bought both the kids their
Yeah,
mattresses and
like
everything
bedding
else.
gets expensive, especially for your family.
And it's like, okay, so that the whole money laundering shit, I don't fully disagree with it. Like how the fuck? So logically, they're not making 90% of that as profit. At max, probably like
Hmm.
50%. So even if they made 3K that day, they can't spread that across a month.
They
That's
still need
literally
inventory. That's what I mean. Like, is it like you just have 5 sales a month and somehow that keeps it floating?
so I've done a little bit of research in the background. This wasn't the big box store
Yeah.
mattress place. So this is obviously not even renting the name of Mattress Depot or whatever. Like I assume that
Hmm.
probably is like Long John Silver's. They probably rent out that name to random companies. So they were taking in rent for probably about $3,000 a month. So that means every sale above $3,000 is to cover their overhead, their electric bill, and everything else. They probably need $6,000 to clear a profit. That that guy has increased his business 4 times since, and I've never seen any car there ever.
That's what I mean. Like, there's never anyone in there. It's
How
always
does
the
that make
same dude. They
sense?
don't even have employees.
Oh, that dude's really fucking cool. Like, I'm not even gonna lie
Yeah.
about him. He's like, "Oh, I sold your mom a bed." I'm like, "Oh, great."
Hmm.
He's like, "I remember your mom." I was like, "Everybody does. Everybody does." You say, "Oh, that person," they're
Hmm.
like, "Yeah, that's your mom." But like, he was odd. He was like, that 50, 60-year-old dude who looks like he runs everywhere. You know that
Like
guy.
like a
Everybody knows that guy.
Colorado, like a Colorado dude.
Like, for damn sure that he wears the like swishy, like nylon shorts that
Well, see,
barely
that's what I
cover
mean.
his
Like, I
dick.
just imagine like thick calves.
Oh, I didn't look at his legs, but I
Well,
was
but
like,
you, like that's
"Mm,
like when you start building a person from the calf up and then into like short shorts, athletic. I got it,
mm."
and then 50s. I got
Sorry, dying. It went down the wrong pipe.
it. Hmm.
Fuck. But like, yeah, like for damn sure that he wasn't clearing $8,000, but he's upgraded his business 3 times since. It's just weird. I wonder who really owns that company. What is it, like Mattress Depot? Who owns
There's other
Mattress?
people that have done videos that have figured this out long before us, trying to solve it on the fly.
I don't. Yeah. Oh nope. They filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 2011. Yep. Their entire business is bullshit. Yeah, I got you.
It's like, wait, what do you mean they filed for bankruptcy? There's one down the street that's in business right now.
Mattress Firm was one of several retailers to announce it will refuse to pay all or some of its rent due to COVID-19. What the fuck? and they've been purchased by Sealy
I I feel like the whole
and it's been
plan was
blocked by the
waiting.
FTC.
Like I would believe the entire point of that business is to wait for another 2008, and they got it with COVID, and they got like 20 mil in the PPP loans, and they just walked. That's your entire game plan, and somehow money happens,
I heard so many people applied for those and got those, and I
and then didn't have to
literally
pay 'em
know
back.
0 that I know 0 people that got them. I don't know
Yeah.
anybody.
Well, that's just like because that's more business ownery stuff, but also because
I
that's
heard that, like, a whole bunch of inner city people were claiming them and getting them and everything
well,
else.
you have to still have like a registered business, but like you
Do
also
you
don't
have
know
to have an
people.
EIN? That
It was a, what was it, payment protection plan, or
Yeah,
yeah. So like if you're not paying
payroll
anyone,
protection plan.
payroll exactly. So if you're not paying anyone, you don't have the means to qualify for the loan, even though like a lot of people were just lying. So the good thing is you don't know scammers. You don't know people that are fraudulent enough to scam the government out of millions through making a fake business and then just taking a loan and not paying it back. But the crazy thing is like those being forgiven. I own a business for YouTube. I should have hired an editor, grab 500K, and then just walk away with it. Because like so many other, I'm not saying creators did that, but I bet a few creators probably got away with it. But so many
FaZe
businesses,
Clan did.
yeah. Well, they didn't
FaZe
get in
Clan was
trouble
on
though.
that list. I don't
I thought they got
remember
in
if they
trouble
got in
for it,
trouble or not.
but like a lot of people didn't, and a lot of businesses didn't. So it's like, oh, that was just free money, or at least like it could have combated inflation, and then you just like you just still come out money positive even after paying it off, or you pay off half and then they forgive it and you just get to keep. I don't know.
They forgave it right away. They're like,
Yeah,
"Here, this is an interest-free, not even
hmm
loan, it was just a payment protection plan," and that to me
yeah.
is just weird.
I
Like,
should have
that's
paid myself a 75K salary. Oh well.
75K. Motherfucker, you could have paid yourself with a $250,000 note, and they wouldn't have given a fuck. The fact that they backed so many things with that shit is
Isn't
insane.
it like 2.5 trillion, like just gone? Like,
Yeah.
I thought we just got your a Zach story through the mattress stuff. Do we?
No, that
Do we just
wasn't
call
even
it?
one of those. No.
Well, I
I
know it
left
wasn't
you
one, but like we got a Zach story. Are people still interested? Again, we got to make this like entire
okay.
podcast a banger.
No, no, we're good. I was trying to see if there was any YouTubers that actually used the PPP loans.
They're
FaZe
not going to
Clan.
admit to that.
Oh, no. Oh, that's the thing we didn't talk about yet. So 2 things happened with MrBeast. So let's say this, Jeffree Star Cosmetics and MrBeast YouTube LLC were both approved for 350,000 to $1 million, and FaZe Clan got in between $1 to $2 million.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the 2 or 3 people that I
That's
see
what I mean.
on
Like you
here.
have to be big enough for it to actually like do something like that. But I think like a lot of smaller ones probably got away with it. We'll never know who because like
Shake Shack got 10 million.
that's career ending.
No, the shit that's going on with MrBeast should fucking be career ending.
Yeah.
And now I'm finally standing on that list of he is just as bad.
I've already
So,
said that where I'm just like, oh, he's just allowed to, because there was that stream where he said the F slur on it like a lot for his 100K or 1 mil stream. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And he also said the N word, but he said like N word, N word. It's like you can't. He
you
just did
can't
that
do this. You can't
casually.
do this.
Never
You can't
got
do this.
canceled for it. Still grew to 50 and 100 mil after that. I get canceled because I say drink-based liquids instead of not.
So this
We've
motherfucker
already complained about it, but yeah, keep going.
employed somebody that is a child predator. Did you
And they
hear
knew.
about this shit?
Yeah.
Yes. And he knew. He changed his name actively to Delaware because that's where he committed the crime.
I
So that
mean,
way
people have
nobody.
kind of refuted that where they didn't say like that was why.
No, that's exactly why. It's come out. Jake the Viking or whatever the fuck his name is confirmed that it was his brother-in-law,
Yeah,
and then
but
he's part of the
Jake
person that got
denied
him
that
the
that
job.
was the reason why it was his nickname,
I
while
didn't
confirming
think
pretty
that,
much everything else, I believe.
but regardless,
Yeah.
like that's a logical answer of why he would be named Delaware. Whether that's where he lived or where he did something, either one of those makes sense. Um, while creating content for children, that to me is proof that he did not give a fuck about anything Chris did at all.
Yeah.
That is the answer right there. This is done. Case is closed. MrBeast is guilty. That is the title. Zach, hopefully you're not a dipshit and, actually edit this correctly. That is the title. MrBeast is guilty. He is to be charged with all of this. This is all him.
And the crazy thing, like, he isn't losing in the court of public opinion despite that. When, like, it can't, like, I think the whole thing about Chris was, like, there's the video where MrBeast is in Chris's room looking at a lolly poster. And it's like, at that point, you're just like, maybe I don't take this friend with my YouTube career to millions of people who are mostly children at that point. But, like, that, it just shows, like, no matter what, it was complacency and complicitness from MrBeast through all of this. And even when, like, Jake the Viking came out, he said so much incriminating stuff where it's like, oh, the charges were being dropped or something was getting dismissed about it, therefore it was okay. It's like, no, you never hire anyone with that charge if you're dealing with children, no matter how fraudulent the case is. I'm sorry.
And wasn't the case a kid under 13? If I remember
Oh, it was
correctly.
young. It was young.
Yes, it was super young, right? Like, I'm
Mhm.
not crazy for saying that.
I think it
I
was
just
actually
didn't want to
12 or
speak
something. But
incorrectly.
yeah,
Like, that's not a questionable level. Like I
it's
remember
like, oh, you have
everybody
an allegation
canceling.
against you, like as a 12, like against a 12-year-old, and it actually was like criminally prosecuted
Like,
in
even
some
if you
kind of way.
compare it to the biggest problem that's happened on platform, the Basherverse shit. He was 18, she was what, 16, 15, something like that. That shit, he was raked through the fucking coals with all of that.
Yeah, he was
Now
over.
we now we have somebody who is legitimately making child content, is not mentally in the same place that a child would be, and is exonerated in court. This dude is convicted. This dude did it. He is not only just accused, he is charged and convicted.
And Mr.
And
Beast
he was
hired
hired by
regardless.
somebody to make content with kids. And he made it into a big fucking joke in front of all of our faces. Do you guys not understand what the fuck any of this is? That to me is the disgusting part. And now the fact that the shit that's hitting the mainstream media, and we were just talking
Mhm.
about this before the show, the shit that's hitting the mainstream really isn't any of the problem. And it's proving exactly what they do with censoring shit that they don't want to talk about. They don't want to talk about the bad things Chris has done. They don't want to talk about the shit that this dude Delaware has done. Do you know what they're
That's because
talking about?
everyone is connected to it.
Do you know what they're talking about?
No, you said it was stupid and didn't elaborate.
So he's currently filming a Hunger Games, or just filmed the Hunger Games and it's about to come out or whatever. And some of the creators and people that wanted to be a part of it didn't like how they were treated. And it's like, guys, it's not just, here, heard, or here's money. They want content out of this. They're not just handing you money. You have to
Mhm.
work for it. It's still a fucking job.
Well,
It's
also,
not a
like, from the
giveaway.
whole dog pack videos, where it's just like, I also wouldn't trust MrBeast and his team to be responsible compared to a large studio production where it's like, yeah, Survivor, they're still going to make sure you don't die and you know what you're signing up for, and they probably take care of people better on Survivor than MrBeast does. So it's like, I'm not expecting a kid like MrBeast to be competent in any of this stuff, and yet people are complaining.
It's just it's mind blowing that CNBC is and MSNBC is reacting to the fact that people don't like working with Mr. Beast because it's not a giveaway
Yeah.
is crazy to me. We have one of the largest YouTube news stories that have been happening for a month and a half, and yet it's still not done. Things are still coming out. We still have huge
Yep.
fucking problems, and shit's not being handled.
Too
It's
big to
still
get
not being
canceled because
touched.
all these Zoomers and millennials are hypocrites and inconsistent. No one gives a fuck about anything. I hate it.
I hate it because it feels like nobody's genuinely looking at it. Nobody's peeking their head out of their own fucking ass and being like, okay, what's actually going on here?
Well, like I said, everyone's kind of connected to MrBeast. He's got that fat subscriber count. See, he's got like the 8 inches of subscriber count. You want it. You can't talk against that no matter what, because it could be you. It could be you on that $10,000, $100,000 game show. It could be you with those connections.
And I think everybody in this space wants those connections. Every single person. Jimmy is somebody I tried to reach out to because he said he would come back on PKA. I thought it would be great to have him on because he was somebody who looked up to Woody.
Hmm.
Like, I think that connection there would be fan fucking tastic to see actually happen.
I'm also like, he did Pokemon Showdown, so like the dream is he actually knows who I am and he goes cheating is wrong. Even though by playing Pokemon Showdown means he was probably Smogon and he was probably a cheater, but still, we're just like, oh, MrBeast is familiar with Pokemon. If he likes me as a Pokemon creator, I got a shot, and that could just randomly happen one day.
Oh, there's a lot of things that could randomly happen one day. And I had this weird kind of thought process yesterday on that same exact line you just said. Call of Duty YouTube is one of the biggest content creation things outside of Call of Duty, and nobody gives it the credit for what it is.
Well, yeah, I say that about Pokemon, where it's like, wait, Pokemon's the largest franchise in the world, and no one cares outside of Pokemon.
No, but like think about it. PewDiePie made Call of Duty videos.
I mean, Call of Duty launched gaming on YouTube. That was
That's my
like
point. Is
what
like
started Machinima. That's what started everything. Was Call of
think
Duty.
think about how many people started with Call of Duty commentaries
Yeah,
and how many people have come from that.
all
Like it's
the
one
old
of the
clans,
largest.
FaZe and
Yeah, I'm not
everything.
even like not even going into how many people have those eyes, but like the people have that have transitioned from Call of Duty
Hmm. It's
with
everything.
people. Yeah, it literally it started most of YouTube. It started
Yep.
most of the eyes that everybody has now. And that to me is one of the craziest things to just think about it that way. Of like the game that we all play, the game that we all hang out with and just relax vibing to is the reason why this entire fucking industry started.
Hmm.
It's weird. It really is. And I don't know about everybody else, but I kind of nerd out whenever I see somebody that I'm like, I know that gamer tag. I saw one of the craziest, this has to be fake gamer tags I've ever seen in my life the other day on H2M, the Modern Warfare 2 mod. I saw Zer Grizz. I was like, wow, that's a callback that I never expected to see, in
Hmm.
2024. Oh, he's using the intervention. No way it can be real. Watch the chat pop up. Thanks, Grizz. It was fun playing with you.
Hmm.
As the entire chat fucking lit up. And I was like, I just played with Zer Grizz. You know, 14-year-old Zach would be like shitting himself right now. And that's
Hmm.
just, random things that happen. Make sure to use code RMTS to check out. We'll see you fucking later.
Yep.